Hey guys, Ethereum Mix here. How's everything today? Great, great. So instead of doing gameplays, well, this is a gameplay, but I'm gonna make stories during my gameplay, so it'll be much more interesting. So it's just not gonna be me playing games, but it's like stories. I wanna try this like thing that like Leafy does or Luna does. So I'll say a story over a gameplay and like try to make my channel much more interesting. And it'll be like vlogish? No, not vlogish. But like voiceover? I don't know. Anyway, let's just get to the story. The story I want to tell you guys about is about a time in sixth grade where my friend was doing stupid shit and I was just like a bystander. So the title of this story will be "The Time I Got Falsely Accused of Sexual Harassment." Oh, I still remember that day clear in my head. So this is how it all started off. It was back in sixth grade, right? It was in the cafeteria. I was eating lunch. I always had a bad habit of making dumb friends because, I was new. It was sixth grade. What the hell do you expect? So, yeah. So it was back in sixth grade. Um, we were eating food with my bros. It was like what, tacos? Eating tacos. Don't know what day it is, but it was like a Wednesday or Thursday. Um, Shit like that. So my friend was making it. We were my friend were talking, and then he saw a high schooler girl pass by into the stairwells, and he came up to me. He told me with this idea. He was like, "Yo, bro, do you want to fuck with her?" I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, "Do you want to fuck with her?" I'm like, "Bro, what the fuck do you mean?" He was like, "Do you know mess around?" And I was like, all right, whatever. So me and my friend were like going into the staircase, and he spotted the girl, but I was on top of the rails, so I was just like looking on about what he's about to do. So then he had the audacity to do all of this stupid shit. What I'm about to say. So first he ran downstairs, right? He was running circles around her and shit, ranting, and I was like, oh my god, what the fuck? So later, the next thing you know, I never expected this. But now I know what he meant by fuck with her. So the next thing he did was squeezed her breast. I was like, oh my god. And then he squeezed her breast and then he still continued what he was doing, running circles around her. And the girl was like, hey. And then she said hey after he started running back upstairs onto me, and then he passed by me into the cafeteria and out into the hallways because class was about to begin in 5 minutes. So of course he thought she wouldn't catch up to him, but oh, he was surely wrong. So, all right, what happened next? Fuck, I forgot. All right, so the girl came up to me and she was like, "Do you know his name?" I was like, no. But of course she didn't believe me. I was the fucking bystander on top of the rails. So so she asked me again, but she was like very threatening. She was like, "Do you know his name?" I was like, "No, I don't." So she got frustrated and she left into the dean's office, where she like the dean's office. I don't know if you guys ever had a dean office in your school, but he's like the guy that's in charge of dress code and like punishments and behavior. So she reported to the dean's office, of course, and it is kind of sexual harassment, but I was along with it since I'm the bystander. So it was 12 minutes into the class. I was into class. I was doing my work like a good little boy, a new middle schooler, screw up sixth grader. And then the next thing you know, you hear the phone ringing, and my heart starts beating as fuck. Like, you don't know, bro. I knew what this call was about, and the wish actually came true. Once they called down my name, yo, my heart sank. It was ridiculous. So I went downstairs, but the guy that's escorting me downstairs hasn't arrived, so I had to wait in the classroom. And then the person that escorted me downstairs, I was being stupid, so I was like pretending not knowing what's going on. I was like, why am I being called downstairs? And then the person that was escorting me, like, oh, I don't know, but the dean seems really mad. I was like, in my mind, I was like, oh, fuck. So we went into the dean's office. There's my pussy ass friend crying all of a sudden. Like, he knew what the fuck he was doing, but he never thought he was gonna get caught. So I was like, so I just sat down, and then the dean's he was very like he was angry. Like his face was puffed up. He was red. I don't know. Nothing ever about this was ever good. So he was like, Do you know what the hell do you did? I was like, no, you just touched a woman's breast. What's wrong with you? Me, like, because you're a little kid and you don't want to like get in trouble. I was like, I didn't do anything. It was him. And then because my friend also wanted both of us to get in trouble. It was like it was both of us. I was like, no, it was you. You touched her. I mostly just laughed, and I was being a dickhead. I did laugh when he was like running around insulting her and shit like that in circles. So he was like, "You guys are gonna get suspended for this and possibly arrested." I was like, I was really scared because once he said arrested, suspension, I didn't mind, but like once he said arrest, oh my god, do you know that's a criminal record? You'd be a sex offender and all the things that he did that I didn't do. I was just watching, so I was like so scared. So then afterwards, he called I was like, all right, call the girl in if you don't believe me because I didn't touch her. So then the dean left, right? He got the girl from out of the classroom. He came back within 5 minutes. So the girl was like, "Did any of these boys touch you?" And of course, thank God, she was like, "No, he didn't do anything, but he did." And then then my friend started bawling in tears. I was like, bruh. And then the girl was like, "Oh, you shouldn't have laughed though, because that's sexual harassment." I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry." I was like, I don't know. I was really sorry though because now I know like how bad it was to do what my friend just did. So the dean let me off on a warning, and like it was a big lesson that day. And then when I got home, I started learning about like sex offenders and shit, and like sexual harassment. And yo, it was such a bad day, especially since like doing the confrontation, my the dean called my parents, and my father was like really mad because he knows what bad things could do. I mean, the bad things that happens when you do such things to a woman. So yeah, remember kids, don't like touch people's breasts or any of that shit because that's huge sexual harassment. Like a lot of bad shit's gonna happen to you. And so yeah, that's like my story. I know my story isn't fun and like shit like that, or funny, sorry. And I'm kind of new to this, but I will try to get better later on. So I hope you guys enjoyed this story. And yeah, Ethereal makes out.